welcome to the Las Vegas Opens 2026. What a shot, man.
Perfect. What just happened? Look at that cue ball.
I don't think I've seen that before, Tim.
No way.
And welcome back everybody to the Pro Billiards Series Las Vegas Open 2026. Next match for today will be a great matchup in the winners round 1 between from Norway Emil Gangflot facing America's Skyler Woodward. I think will be a great match coming up. In the commentary booth for this match is myself, Tim de Ruiter, joined by my good friend and colleague, Mark White. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much, Tim. Yeah, the last match I think can be, let's be honest, it wasn't exactly fireworks, was it? But I'm expecting a little bit more action in this one. It wasn't a great game, the last one, but let's hope Sky Woodward and Emil can entertain us a little bit more. Sky always good to watch. He's always kind of chatting with the crowd and always has something to say, which is great, and plays pretty quick, and he's a very entertaining player when he's on song. Emil, I would say, is a much more level player, very, very calm, just glides around the table. So interesting contrast of characters. Usually is a good setting for a good game of pool. Let's hope we get to see one now. Skyler's break.
Pretty solid hit. It's gonna make a ball on the break. Oh, look at this for a great start. One ball with a nice angle to go 2 rails back to the center of the table. I haven't seen too many breaker runs, but it definitely would set the tone if he can get going early on.
Skyler was American team captain. You may have read there's going to be new captains this year. I'm not sure who they're going to be just yet. My money is on Johan Reisink to return to the Americans to try and allow them to return to winning ways, Tim. That's my guess anyway, and that's all it is, a guess.
Bit straighter on the 5. Can he still drop without running into the 8? That's what he's played, I think. He's handling himself alright, just a bit straight again on the 6. So he just wanted to be a ball or 2 shorter. Now he might have to take a bit of a risk and draw into the 8 or the 9. And have the 7 to the side.
Just all right. Well played.
Yeah, what I find very interesting with Skyler's way of play is the fact that with such a small backswing, how much he opens up with the cue on the with his back arm, he has such a powerful stroke. So a lot of shots he doesn't really open up that much and still gets a lot of action on the ball. Very compact technique.
Hope that wasn't chewing gum on the bottom of his sole of his shoe there. Pretty convincing though. Break and run, Tim, something that have been in short supply today on day one, but not there. Excellent start.
Yeah, definitely sets the tone, and this is exactly what you've been talking about. Skyler now already chatting with someone in the crowd. And not in the weird way, just, you know, casually chatting.
You mean not in an Earl way, is what you mean?
I wasn't gonna say exactly that, but it's close.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got his wife Ashley and his 2 kids with him as well. Normally brings them with him to the tournaments in the US. Got a lovely little girl whose name escapes me right now. But Daxon is his son. Dax for short. I'm sure they're somewhere there. I'm sure his mum
then
is
again,
watching
that's
as well.
that same 3 ball disappearing in the top left. Look at this, super similar. Like, he's bringing great impact on the balls. Every ball is going up table except for the 10. Oh yeah, the only thing that's quite disappointing is the fact that the 2 and the 9 have become a little bit of a problem. Can he find a way to possibly open up the 2-9 with the angle he has on the 1?
Is there any kind of carom on the 9, Tim, from the 2? I can't quite see from there. May be able to carom it, maybe not. He's going with high right. Going to move it. He tried to move it anyway. Missed the 1 ball. Did get the cannon perfect on the 9 ball as well. But missed the 1. So here's our first look at Emil from Norway. Always looks $1 million. Whatever the currency is in Norway. Is it the krona?
Yes. I do believe so.
I know they're not part of Europe, so they never took the euro.
Yeah, so very early mistake from Emil. And with ball in hand, you would say this run out now available for Skyler. Just the 6-9. As you can see, the 6 does not go by the 9 ball, so he could. Maybe a little flick on the 9 pushes it over just enough and still be on the 4. Perfect.
Brilliant. Really does play no nonsense, Paul, doesn't he? Just gets on with it, Tim, doesn't he? Doesn't really think too much. Very natural player. Sees the shot and plays it. Great entertainment. I've always enjoyed watching Skyler, and I'm surprised he hasn't won more, to be honest.
Well, everybody has their challenges, obviously, and they're different for every player. But the thing I used to struggle with for quite some time is players. There's a lot of them pulling tricks, you know, trying to slow you down, trying to stall, take timeouts, which you have 6 minutes or something. They try to leave for 8 or 9 minutes. You know, all these kind of funny things. And well, Skyler just doesn't do all that. You know, he still enjoys to play the game. Gets going with it. He's not gonna try and shark you or do something funny. And that's also why he's one of the fan favorites everywhere he does go to.
Yeah, he always has a lot of time for the fans. You'll always see him talking and signing autographs, having pictures with the fans in Vegas and everywhere he goes. Super nice guy, really is. He's had a good upbringing.
Well, he has doubled his lead. Great run out after... Well, he was a little bit fortunate when he missed the one ball and left a pretty difficult hook for Emil. But besides that, some high standard already early on in the match.
Yeah, Tyler Steyer going well also. Fellow Moscone Cup player. He's won the first set, but he's one rack down in the second to Moya Sangvi from the US. Hayato Hijikata has taken the first set against Darren Appleton and leads 2-1 in the second. But Cartus has taken the first set against Kento Oda, and Roland Garcia has also taken the first set against young Carl Ganaderberg, ex-world junior champion from Estonia. Carl losing the first one there. Jason Shaw in action. He's 3-2 up against Sung Kim from Korea. Vader Al-Wahadi has taken the first set and is 2-1 up against Nathan Nunes. So the referee has racked the balls. Looking very happy and playing very, very well. Skyler Woodward. Break and run and a run out. Couldn't be better.
Well, he's now cutting the break slightly more though. But that six ball
Made a ball.
does go in and he's on the one. I mean, but just look at the spread. They just look completely different than what we've been seeing from people breaking from the side rail and cutting the break. And all the balls are flying up table.
I think he's playing them at a nice pace. He's timing the cue ball very, very well. He's not overhitting, he's not underhitting. He's found that sweet spot, Tim, to get the balls moving, and that's why he's making balls. Just my opinion. Good this time.
Yeah, most likely we'll have to kick at this 2-ball. Low left spin. Trying to kick and stick behind the 5. You could play for the 2 near the 10. Or maybe even the 2 all the way down table.
He called a 7 there.
Oh, I see. He called a 9-ball in the side of the 7. I was not sure how much he actually could get off the 2-ball. He was able to hit it a bit fuller than it looked like for us, probably. Now it's a good chance for Emil, though. We'll have to play the jump. We can jump the 2 off the 7 in the side. Should always be on the 3-ball. And the 7 is going to push the 4 in the open, so good opportunity.
Tim, but that was well played, wasn't it? Everything kind of went where he intended it to go, apart from the cue ball. It just overran just slightly. Oh no, oh no. It's gone pear-shaped.
I'm a bit surprised though that he still went for that 3-ball. This is a tough jump indeed. Has to land like almost on the 4-ball.
Wow, super tough, Tim. Took the words out of my mouth. I mean, well,
Oh,
got to do it just like
made
that,
that
right?
look easy.
There's
Yeah,
one for the
excellent
highlight reel
effort.
for sure. Landed it exactly where you said, Tim, right on the back of it. Tremendous shot. What we want to see, both players playing at the top of their game.
Yeah, could choose to go to the bottom of the 8. Doesn't have to go all the way to the top side.
A misplaced positional shot on the 4-ball, which led to that tremendous jump shot. And from there on, he's been silky smooth, Tim, and he's taken these with aplomb. Absolutely beautifully done. He's going to be on the board. 2-1 down and breaking.
Yeah, we'll be curious to see if Gangflot has his own strategy on the break, or if he's going to try and copy what Skyler is doing, because, well, if I see my opponent break like that, why would I not go and try and do the same thing? It should be working.
This guy continuing to chat with somebody in the audience. And a little chin wag. It could be Billy Thorpe, actually. I think I know them legs. Billy losing out earlier on to Joshua Filler. He plays again tomorrow morning. I'm just looking at the next match on table 1. It's going to be Roberto Gomez against Lee Van Corteza. And I've just commentated on those two playing at the Derby City Classic 9-ball. It was Lee Van Corteza that ran out the winner, I believe, in that one from memory. So a little bit of a rematch between the two Filipinos. That's to look forward to. Next match on table 1. Back to this one. Emil Gangflot breaking off. What about this, Tim?
Well, kind of looks like we're in for fireworks. A lot of opportunities for breaker runs so far in this match. Gotta say though, the 4 ball might not go by the 7 in the bottom right. In that case, the shape of the 3 ball is crucial. Now, might have to play this real soft, but this is tough. Yeah, and he's missed the 3 ball. And look what he's given Skyler, straight in on the 3 ball. The 4 does go to the bottom right.
Well, Tim, we've got a cracking match coming up next also. Daniel Maciel against the Prince, Corey Jewell. Corey, always fun to watch. Very creative player, imaginative. So that's coming up at 8 p.m. local time in Las Vegas. You're being spoilt here on day one, guys, aren't you? So are we.
Yeah, a little bit longer on the 5. It's a medium range shot, but at least he has a nice angle. Stun over for the 6 in the same corner.
I think Skyler Woodward is a much better player when he introduces just that slight pause at the back of his action. It allows him to cue through smooth. Sometimes he gets a little bit quick, but at the moment he's cueing beautifully. See that, just that slight little pause. Some call it the get ready to go, and that's okay. You'll take that, Tim.
Yeah, straight in on the 7 ball. You should say all the hard work is done. So that means we most likely will see Skyler Woodward. Oh, or not. Wow.
Oh, hold your tongue. Hold your tongue a second, Tim. Unbelievable
That
miss.
is just...
Yeah, these side pockets,
Well,
they're not easy, you know.
on that 9 ball, he could have chosen to play it in the bottom right. So on the 8, the shot previous to this, could have chosen to play the 9 in the bottom right. So it's a bit of interesting choice. He played it to the side and this speed. And just barely missing the cross corner, but immediately returning the favor.
Skyler just having a look in the pocket. as he walked past that side that he just missed the 9 ball into. Maybe he thought the pocket was full up or something and it jumped out because it hit a ball, but there's no balls in there. But this 10 ball to get on the hill. And overall, Tim, very, very impressive performance from the man from Lubbock.
Yeah, I gotta feel a little bit for Gangflot there. If you imagine how well he broke the balls, the result he actually got, then now Skyler missing the 9, not really getting much, so things maybe not going as great for Gangflot. Roll of the ball kind of way. But Skyler looking to hit the ball nicely. So let's see if he can get the balls going on the break. It's on the hill now. Quite a bit of cut this time. Cue ball tracking straight into the second diamond on the long rail. So that's quite the cut. And as you can see, the result of the balls are completely different as well. Yeah, 1 and the 2. Kind of over the corner, can go 2 rails towards the center of the table on the 3 ball. 4-7 combination, and then play for the 5 in the center. Everything should be doable. But sometimes just the thought that any mistake that you make at this point will cost you the set, that could be enough to lose the shape, miss a ball.
The referee, Emil Gangflot, just letting Emil know he heard the call. 7 in the corner. Actually, he's from Switzerland, our referee, so really is a global representation here of referees. We're going to get to know them all over this event. Fundamentally, Tim, he's immaculate, isn't he, Emil? Just how you build a pool player.
Yeah, nice clean stroke on that 5 ball. I think he's straight enough to play with low right spin into the long rail towards the 8.
Big guy as well, obviously works out. A lot of the players now go to the gym, including my co-commentator, Tim the writer. I know, Tim, you're an avid gym user as well. You know the importance of keeping fit and eating healthy. I know you do all the good stuff as well. Give yourself every single chance of winning in matches when you go to these long tournaments. Looking a bit buff yourself. The last time I remember seeing you, Tim, looking very, very buff.
Well, I kind of lost some weight now, so I'm doing good. But I just really started to see the importance of, like, sometimes I would play a match and I would lose, even though I practiced hard and I ate well and I had enough sleep and I did all the good things, but I just didn't work out. And it's just lack of focus or something, or maybe a little bit of perseverance, which you need in the gym. You're not gonna be going to the gym and not be motivated, because, well, why would you go? So yeah, it just made me always maybe a bit sharper around the table, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's very true. Fit in body, fit in mind. I'm sure the two go together perfectly, and combine that with, you know, good hard work in the practice table as well, and eating the right foods and not having too many late nights, getting good regular sleep. So important, especially coming to an event or going to an event like the Derby City Classic, where you've just been, you know, which we all know is such a hard slog. And then this is a long day, starting at 9 AM. You could be playing until midnight as well. You just never know. So the best shape you can be in, the more chance you've got.
Well, and also I was looking at Skyler. I had a feeling that Skyler lost some weight as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure he goes to the gym.
True.
He doesn't seem the gym type to me.
Well, big pop, but no square hit on that one ball. And this is a chance for Skyler. Difficult 1-4 combination though. As you can see, has to cut the 1 into the 4 and also cut the 4 a little bit. It's not just a head-on combo. I kind of feel like you have to shoot. Like, what else can you play? Maybe as a defense. Yeah, he's called it. I mean, if you do not make it, your opponent still has to run out with that 7-9 cluster on the table. So you're not leaving it dead out if you do not make it. Oh, he's hit that really sweet. Now, if he can run into the 7-9, not sure, I think the 6 might be a bit in the way. Just thinking, if you can run into the 7-9, you're guaranteed to be on the 2. I mean, what else are the options on the 7-9?
Yeah, I don't think there are many, certainly limited. I wonder, has he got the angle to go into them now, Tim, and leave himself a longer 3? Just take a little bit of a risk here. No, he's going forwards, so... he's going to have to do it off of the 6, I think. He's leaving it a bit last minute.com though, isn't he?
Yeah, I just don't feel with that 6 ball on the top side of the table, it's really going to give him much to work on the 7-9, but he's now looking to do a lot on the 5 ball to at least give him some angle to go back down. If he lands straight, things can get very annoying. Well, this is a real small angle. He's not happy, would have liked to roll A ball, yeah, a ball or two further. Didn't need that much more, but
Oh, great
Oh,
shot.
needs a
Deserves
bit of a
something from
roll.
this. He got one as well.
Wow.
Ugh. Didn't want that 7 drop in, did he? That would have been so unlucky. What a great shot that is, Tim.
yeah, now it's just about trying to get back to the top side of the 8, 9 and the 10, but not leaving yourself an angle on the 8 towards the 10. So you need the perfect pace. Does he get the pace right? I think he actually has. He looks almost straight in. So just draw back one ball. And that means the set would be going to the American. I mean, you gotta say, an incredible set for both players.
Well, it's been high quality. It started with a break and run. And then a great run out from Skyler. That was a really nice field shot he just played from 8 to 9. And now a set, a certainty.
Yeah, looks like Emil is taking his glove off, so they will be going for a timeout. I guess Mark White and myself, Tim Duiter, we're going for a timeout as well, but make sure to join us for the second set very shortly. And welcome back everybody to the Las Vegas Open 2026. And what a first opening set we have witnessed between Skyler Woodward and Emil Gangflot. Woodward, who played a really strong set, won the opening set 4-2. And Emil will be starting off in the second set. Mark White and myself, Tim de Ruiter, in the booth.
Yeah, good first
Welcome
set.
back, Mark.
Particularly, thank you very much, Tim. Particularly good set, I thought, from Skyler Woodward. And just looking at the break stats there during the timeout, 75% break success for Skyler and just 50% for Emil. I think it was a big factor in that first set, Tim. Of course, started out with the break and run for Skyler and certainly did break better than Emil overall, as the stats suggest. And he's back in here again with a chance to get off to a great start in the second set.
Yeah, just look at this layout. Surely you will have to move the cue ball around a bit. With that much space in the center of the table, you would almost say, what could possibly go wrong? But people would start to accuse me of jinxing, so
His timing is just beautiful at the moment. Really is beautiful timing. He's got that little pause which I mentioned earlier on. It just stops you hurrying the shot. Inch perfect.
yeah, similar shot on the 7 ball. At least I think I like to go forward a bit more to make sure I never scratch in that side pocket. But obviously the shorter route is to play low left. You can see most likely he's trying to stay away from the side pocket scratch. And now he's left himself a bit more cut on this 8.
He just misjudged that one. Made this 8 ball a lot more difficult than it should have been. These are missable. But not when you're an informed Skyler Woodward, one of the best in the business at that shot, really is. That's kind of his hallmark. The ball down the rail, the thin cuts, played it brilliantly. Deciding to go around 3 rails to finish perfect on the blue cheese.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm very impressed by his performance overall. Maybe a bit worrying for Gangflot, or is that a bit too early, Mark?
Well, if he carries on breaking like he has been, Skyler, you've got to fancy him to at least have another, one more break and run, maybe 2. And if he could string a couple together, which we know he's well capable of doing, he would be on the hill for the match. So, yes, if I'm Emil Gangflot, I'm a little bit worried at the moment, particularly because of how well that man in your picture is playing. I mean, he's just playing lights out at the moment. He really is. He's hardly put a foot wrong.
Yeah, so a lot comes down to the break. Referee making sure the balls are nice and tight, or at least trying to get them as nice and tight as possible.
Josh Filler has had another win. He beat Billy Thorpe this morning in 3 sets. He's won 2 sets against George Hatidakis from Greece. The referee just having a little bit of a problem here, I think. Danny is his name, from Switzerland. Completely impartial, of course. Wants to give both players equally good racks. Racking the Arcos 2 balls on the Arc table. The latest table from Predator. Hit them nicely,
just
Tim, nice speed.
Yeah, then again, there's like 7, 8 balls moving up table. His odds to make a ball are so high at the moment. Now he didn't really land with something on the one ball, so Emil at least can do something to stop the run. But Skyler might be able to tuck the cue ball on top of the 7.
Oh, get out of that if you can. Just needs to tie something up here, doesn't he, Tim? What's he going to do? Looking at the one rail escape.
Well, I would say the one rail escape, the 7 is in between, and 2 rails came up a bit long. Now, does Skyler have a way to get on the 3 ball? If he can, he might be running away with another one.
To think. Extension needed. Extension taken. Is he playing the hook behind the 9? Oh, no rail. No rail. Oh, Skyler. What a let-off. Although he has tied up the 6 here, Tim. 3 already tied up.
Yeah, but Emil can kinda do the same thing. Just make sure you hit the rail. And go for the 3 fouls. Won't be happy about that either. Was really trying to freeze the cue ball up on the 6. There might even be a gap, which would be a let-off. Or, well, he's jumping, so just a little edge maybe.
Yeah, playing the jump bank. He's a good bank shot player. Very, very close to a great shot. Okay, no position on the 2, but he's out of trouble. That's the main thing.
Well, I also really like the pace. Jump that ball, trying to Missed the one ball thick. And leave it on this bottom short rail. And again, Emil not with the correct speed. I cannot imagine Skyler not going on top of the 3 and the 7 again with the cue ball. Just gotta make sure he doesn't accidentally bank the one ball in.
Well, another perfect cue ball from Skyler there. High level stuff this, Tim, that we're seeing from both players, but in particular Skyler at the moment. He's got Emil in a lot of trouble.
Well, this rack is getting very messy though, and the more they're starting to play this ticky-tacky game, back and forth safeties, the messier it can get. And look at this, how did that go around one ball?
Yeah, very unlucky there, very unlucky.
Looking to leave himself a little angle on the 3 ball. That's where he's going to draw off the 7 into the left long rail and come back out for the 4 in the bottom right. If he gets the ball too full, she's not gonna move a lot though.
Oh, power there to draw through the ball, and he's given himself a good look at this 4 ball, Tim. You'd expect a nice crowd gathered around this table for Skyler Woodward, who always draws them in. Just such a likeable fella. And I've just had a message actually from Sky's wife, and Ashley says she's not actually there. She's there preparing for, well, what she's called their final baby, which is due in April. So either a little brother or a sister for Dax. And I can't remember the little girl's name, I'm so sorry. But anyway, good luck with the new addition to the family. Chance here for Emil though, Tim, to draw level in this second set.
Yeah, a little bit surprised. Skyler missed that just a bit too thick. Definitely could have missed it on the long rail where the slide of the cloth helps to still make the ball ugly. So Skyler doing Emil a bit of a favor.
This is a rack that you feel that Emil really, really needed as well to stop the rot, Tim. Let's give you a few more latest scores and indeed results Carlo Biardo has beaten Michael Jednak in straight sets. Shane Van Boning 2-0 over Lo Ho Sum from Hong Kong. Juan Carlos Esposito 2-0 winner over Nick Cashion. And Josh Villa through in straight sets, as I said earlier. Hayato Hijikata beating Darren Appleton in straight sets, and Tyler Steyer going through in straight sets also. Demetrius Lukatis 2-0 over Kento Oda. Roland Garcia 2-0 over the young Carl Gnaderberg from Estonia. Jovan Bustamante is a set-up over Gerson Martinez-Boza. Jason Shaw a set-up and 3-1 over Sung Kim. And Bader Al-Wahadi 2-0 winner over Nathan Nunez. All up to date. 1-1 here, finally poised in this second set after Skyler's excellent opening set, winning that one 4-2. Referee just taking a little bit longer to make sure those balls are nice and tight. And it will be the Norwegian breaking. Looking to lead the match for the first time in this second set.
Oh, big disappointment in the back. Skyler shaking his head again on that 6 ball. But Emil's break is definitely not working as well as Skyler's. Another dry break, a bit worrying for Emil. The only good news we have for him is the fact that Skyler is not able to pocket the 1 ball from this position, so tactical battle coming up. Maybe able to push the 5 and the 10 together. Oh, it's quite close to this 6 ball. Still prefers the jump though. Close. Look at that 1 ball, bit of a roll again.
I don't remember ever seeing Sky Woodward using a carbon jump cue, Tim. I'm sure he used to use a wood one, so it's a new one for Skyler by the looks of it.
Oh, he went really aggressive on that bank on the 1. Got a roll as well behind the 6. But you can definitely feel that the momentum is looking for some kind of direction, that little bit of help. One good shot will give a player enough momentum to get going again. I like how he's hit that one for sure. Wasn't just kicking to hit the ball full.
distance, and he's opened up the 7 as well at the same time. So Emil needs to get this safe. Everything in a potable position now. Shall I or shan't I? I shall, he says. One ball in the corner. 4 ball's gone a little bit awkward now, but may even clip that here. Lots of side he's using there, lots of spin. It's gone wrong.
Yeah. So tough queuing over that 7 ball. That elevation makes that shot maybe twice as hard.
Yeah, straight away you're swerving the cue ball, aren't you, Tim, when he's playing it with that amount of spin and raising the butt of the cue. You're going to push the cue ball into the thick part of the 2, and that's gone wrong. No frozen ball declared, so doesn't matter if he doesn't hit another cushion after striking the 2 ball.
Yeah, missed a bit of an opportunity there.
I knew Billy would be there somewhere.
Yeah, did go aggressive, let the 2 ball fly around the table, and well, I don't think he can complain about the outcome. The next target is that 4 ball, which might not be easy to get on into the top right corner, but if it does go by the 9, he could play it to the top corner where the 3 ball is laying.
Well, I'm very thankful to Ashley for updating me and putting me right where she needs to. The other baby's name, the young lady, is called Bristol, and the child they're expecting in April is a boy. There you go, you're up to date. You know everything about the Skyler Woodward family. Meanwhile, Emil nicely on this 4 ball. Just draw slightly for the 5. I'm guessing it goes, Tim. I mean, the way he played position, maybe he's just playing safety. The way he's looking, it looks very tight, doesn't it? There's Nina Torvent. Oh, nicely done. Strokes it home.
now it's all about staying close to your work. Get straight onto the 7. Make sure you have quite a natural angle on the 8. Should be enough to take the lead in this set. And Emil will have to step it up overall.
Well, it didn't look like it. 7 does pass, obviously, into the top left corner. Taken these very well, Tim, hasn't he? To take a 2-1 lead in this second set, a set that he has to win. Done 2-1 it is to the Norwegian. Skyler with that buffer though off the first set, and still of course very much in this second set, not out of it by any means. Emil hasn't been breaking that well. He'll be looking to make balls on the break, which he's failed to do thus far. Just a reminder, guys, of other tournaments coming up over the next week. We, of course, have the World Team Championships, America with 2 teams in that. We also have the mixed Scotch doubles, which is always fun, and it's increased fun. It's gone all turbo on us this time. Mixed doubles, 15-second shot clock, and straight knockout, no second chances. And then we have the women's Las Vegas Open, of course, and the juniors as well. And we've got a little added bonus for you this year. We've got a straight pool showdown between Darren Appleton and John Schmidt. Back to this match, Emil Gangflot to break. 2-1 up, second set. Nothing doing, Tim.
Yeah, the struggle for Emil is he's been cutting the break quite a bit from the side rail, and he's hitting it just to where well, if this is what he's trying to do, he could be breaking just from the center instead of breaking from the side rail. So yeah, he's just not hitting the break square. And this 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 5 all at the same side of the table. I would say the only shape that can be a bit tricky, the only positional shot, is to get from the 6 to the 7. Just because of the 8 being in the way of where you want to be on the 7.
active angle on this 5 ball. And go high with right round 2 rails, or can just come back across, just past the centre of the table, somewhere where it is now, kind of. There's Skyler just pointing his cue. He wants to get a little bit straighter on the 6 than I maybe just suggested, so that he could just hold for the 7 into the bottom left.
Yeah, I think this will do the trick. The only thing though, sometimes you're trying to kill the cue ball on this, and then your conscious brain is gonna tell you, hey, if I aim it a little thicker, I can hold the ball a bit easier. That's where people usually miss balls. But not Skyler Woodward. I mean, I think the biggest difference is Emil's break is not working well. He's not hitting him too great. And Skyler has been missing not so many balls. I think he's missed 2 balls, 3 balls. But has been breaking so well that he makes up for it.
So looks focused and determined. Had a straight sets win earlier this morning over Wei Ni. Also from the States. As you'd expect, America very well represented here in Las Vegas. I like the way he's focused Sky here. Lovely bit of right spin on that, just twisting the cue ball up for a nice position on this 10 to level up in the second set, and also of course has that lead by 1 set to 0, and he will be breaking to get on the hill. Sky Woodward, good stuff from both players in this set so far. And the first set, Tim, kind of told us that both players were kind of ready to play. Skyler with an excellent opening set, the smile back on his face. Chatting
Well,
away.
also the one thing that helps both players out is the fact that this is their second match for today. So they have had some table time. They had their first win under the belt, which is also a bit of a confidence boost. So it really gets you going. If you look at the stats, Emil at almost 800 match overall, and Skyler almost at 900. So, I mean, it's looking well. Just the biggest difference, I would say, is look at that break success, 80% against the 20% for Emil.
Yeah, that really has been a difference, hasn't it? And I don't know how he broke in his first match, Emil, but he had a good straight sets win over Nukioi. That was a potential banana skin against Nukioi, a man very much in form. Recently won a tournament, I remember seeing. Skyler spotted something on the cue ball that he doesn't like. He said there's an arrow on it. The referee said there's 6 arrows on it. It's the Arcos ball. You won't get rid of that one. So move the cue ball slightly in. Is that Tim, or is that where he's been breaking from? I apologise, I haven't been watching the break too often. I've been watching the balls, not the white.
No, this is the position where he's been breaking from, and it just gives him a little bit more impact. And look at this, 10 balls flying all over the place. This is one of the rare dry breaks though, but I'm saying I like his strategy at the break.
Yeah, not quite the central break, which you normally see a good spread from. Not quite the side break, where you often see a mess from. So it's somewhere in between, isn't it? And as you say, been working very well from him up to now. But Emil with the first chance at laying a safety. Day one is always fascinating. Brilliant.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant shot. He enjoyed that one. Giving them a stern look over in that corner. He's in trouble again though.
Yeah.
Scratching the head time, Tim, here, isn't it? One rail, called the one in the side as a precaution. Would love to create a lot of distance here. Keep the cue ball up that end of the table where he is. Send the one ball away. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Has he got away with it? I don't think so. No, he hasn't.
No. But now still has to maneuver the cue ball. Has to go around the 8 or... Well, I think he's gonna try and get a bit straighter on the 2. Oh, he played for the top side and he's missed the 1 ball. It's a bit of a surprising miss.
Too much cue ball in his mind there. Forgot to pot the ball, didn't he? Kicking at this. Well, even the water is smart these days. Want that to hang up to at least avoid leaving an easy combo.
Oh, I cannot imagine him playing this 1-4 combination. I'd rather try and roll up on the 10. You're always risking by accident to make that 4. That's why he's chosen this safety shot and just barely coming up short.
Jumping again. We can see Mr. Woodward with a bit of carbon in his hand. Oh, look at this for a shot. Exactly as played.
Yeah, how to get yourself out of this one. Just looking at 2 rails, but I kind of feel like the 2 ball gets a bit close. I'm not gonna say it's in between, but the 2 ball gets close after second rail.
Decided to take the extension. Everything in the open now. A scratch here or a foul here would more or less mean end of rack. And Skyler getting on the hill. He's Gone round it again, Tim.
Yeah, still the 6 ball doesn't go by the 9. So there's a little bit of nudge to be played to open up the 5. The 6 ball, excuse me. With the 5, nudge the 6-9. Cannot imagine him using the 4 to run into the 6-9. Just don't think he's gonna get a lot on the 5 ball after if he does. Key shot then coming up here. Got a nice touch Has left
as well,
himself,
hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean he's landed absolutely perfect on the 5 to play that little nudge on the 6. Quite natural. Or, well, I mean, I would say he can play top spin, catch the right side, the 6 go off the rail into the 9. Okay, yeah, he's choosing to play the 6 off the short rail, off the 9 in the corner. I'm surprised he did not play that little nudge over there.
Yeah, maybe wasn't quite sure of the outcome if he did play the nudge, but this looks very difficult as well. Is he playing the safety? Oh, he's played the 9,
Cameron on the
Cameron.
9.
Fooled us both, Tim. Oh, this has been poetry in motion, this run out, it really has. So this 10 ball to arrive at the hill for the match. And there it is. Very solid all round. Now then, mentioned the mixed Scotch doubles earlier on. Let's just run you through the teams, Tim, and I'm going to ask you to pick who you think might be triumphant at the end of it all. Alex Kazakis with his long-term partner Kelly Fisher, Josh Filler and Pia Filler. Sky Woodward is with Chow Che-Yu, that's quite the team. Shane Van Boning and Savannah Easton. Dennis Grabe, Christina Tkach, Carlo Biardo and Han Yu, and none too shabby. Jeffrey DeLuna and Mighty Repero, and Yukioi is playing alongside Wei Zhu Tian. Who do you fancy in that lot then, Tim?
Naoki Oi and Wei Tzu Chen, I think.
Wow. That's not what I expected.
The main reason is because we have that 15-second shot clock, and I mean I've seen Wei play fast enough to be able to handle that, and Naoki I would say plays his best pool when he's like playing real fast and loose and just that type of character. There's some pairings in that field where I feel like with the 15-second shot clock it could be quite a struggle. Let's say it like that.
I've got to disagree with you there. Nurkioi, yes, I agree with you. Wei Chu Chen, a little bit slow for a 15-second shot clock. I'm sorry, Wei Chu Chen. You need to pick it up a little bit for the 15-second shot clock in the doubles. That's all I'm saying. Back to this one. Sky on the hill. Having a joke there that the 10 counted off the break. Skyler. That hasn't counted off the break for some time now, although early 10s did count last year, but they're out as well this year. 10 ball is the last ball.
Yeah, the 10 ball does get respotted. If he gets nicely on that too, the bottom left, and then again, just that. Oh, he's short, maybe a ball. Now this is a little bit more difficult. It should be okay. He's missed a similar one. Similar angle before on the 6 ball. Hit it a little bit thick. So playing for a bump on the 5 ball.
I have an apology to everyone, including yourself, Tim. It's a 20-second shot clock, not 15-second. I'm thinking of ultimate pool. That's where I've gone wrong. It's 20-second shot clock. I'm very sorry, guys. And 40 seconds after the break. I've just been reading through the rules. So there you go. It's a 20-second shot clock. Not quite so bad for Wei. I agree now then.
Well, I actually was thinking it was a 15-second as well. But either way, I think, I mean, if you play with Nurkioi, I don't think you're going to be playing slow. I just cannot imagine. So I'm definitely invested in it. I'm definitely curious to see who is going to win that event. I think it will be interesting. A lot of pairings, like Joshua Filler plays real fast, and Pia doesn't play as fast, but they will have to. Yeah. It will be interesting, that's for sure.
It certainly will be. Looking forward to that. Also the Ladies Open, the juniors, of course. The teams, don't forget about the world teams. That's fantastic. I'll give you the teams a little bit later as well if this goes to another set.
Yeah, so big miss from Skyler. Does give Emil another chance to play himself back into this set. And played a really good shot there, leaving himself perfect on the 6. Just a little straighter on the 7. Maybe draw back 2 or 3 balls.
This is spot on. Can play the 9 and the 10 into the same pocket. We'll be at 3-3 in the second set. Just caught the 9 a little bit thick, which took a bit of the pace out, but no problem for this 10 ball. It's very awkward, doesn't he, with his leg bent inwards like that. It's painful. Talking of pain, Payne McBride has just started out against Albin Ocean. And it's Albin Ocean who's taken the first one, Mr. Smooth, against Major Payne McBride. Now let's see if these figures have changed at all, Tim. The overall performance looking a bit better now for Emil.
Well, a lot is going to come down to his next break, and as you can see, the break success hasn't been his strong point this match, so we'll have to hit it more square.
The aero rack. The referee Danny looking to get the balls dead tight. Not on that attempt. He's going to have another go. A Swiss player, as well as a Swiss referee. Julian Serradilla has just started out against David Al-Qaidi, and they're 1-1. Interesting thing about Julian, his best friend is actually Murkioi, and he speaks fluent Japanese, does Julian Serradilla. Not a bad pool player either. Smooth break.
And yet, look at that one ball. I think it's gonna dress up over the side. It has. It's a bit tricky though still. Might have to play the one off the 6 in the side, and then follow the cue ball to play the 2 in the opposite side. I'm not sure if he can actually hold the cue ball where he's pointing.
Deep breath.
Oh, this is still a bit in between. I'm surprised he didn't just go forward to the side to play the 2 in the opposite. Now, I think if he plays this in the top right, that scratch in the side pocket is awful close.
Could maybe overcut it slightly. Slide it in off the left jaw.
Yeah, or maybe use a bit of left spin. You can catch the ball a bit thinner.
Not sure.
Yeah, or maybe just jack up. Roll up on the 5. He's playing safe. Wow. I mean, he's played a good shot here. Don't get me wrong, but with the shape he had on the 1 ball, I'm surprised that we get to see safety play so early on in this rack.
Hill. Scoreline had something to do with that shot. He wasn't sure about it. He wanted to attack, didn't he? You could see that 3 attempts he had at trying to convince himself to play that 2-ball. And a big roll here, is it? Or was it just poked its nose out? I think it's out in the open, this 2-ball. It's a chance for Sky Woodward. Can go forwards. Can even come back, I think, as well, for the 3 in the side if he so wishes. What a shot. How well has he hit that? Oh, absolutely beautiful stroke. Never touched it. Timed to perfection. And now a chance to run these balls out. Any problems you can see, Tim? If so, speak now or forever hold your peace. Tim's silence says it all.
Well, I was just casually checking the chat, but yeah, they were arguing if we actually do check the chat, yes or no. So I was a little bit invested on that at the same time. My apologies. Oh, he is shooting for the win. Would bring us back a little bit more on the time schedule. I do believe our final match for today would usually start like in, well, 50 minutes ago. So another set would screw that up for us or for the organization, not necessarily for the viewers, of course.
It will be Corey Joe against Daniel Maciel coming up for you on this table next. As Tim just said, it was due to start 8 p.m. local time. It's going to be late though, but we don't mind. This is enthralling stuff. And it should be good fun with the Prince of Pool as well. Corey Jewell on show. Contrasting style to Daniel Maciel. Emil wondering if he's going to get another shot in this match. If not, it will be the one lost side for Emil. This is a winner's side match, remember. He's enjoying himself out there, Skyler. Very dangerous player when he's on this kind of form, in this kind of mood. Really does look as if he is enjoying himself. And that's a dangerous player, no matter who you are. So, straightforward 10-ball, Tim, for the match.
Yeah, so our next match will be very shortly, so make sure to stay tuned on Probability TV. And Mark White and myself, Tim de Ruiter, we will be back very shortly with the next match for today.